Hey awesome friends, I am Awesome Danny and today we have double waifus. So before we get into the waifus, I do want to thank ND for reaching out and sending these two in for review. It is the ND nice and the ND DD3. The DD3 is a single dynamic driver, while the nice is a single dynamic driver and a single balanced armature. So we have a single dynamic and a hybrid. So these happen to be two new contenders into the budget bracket of the audio world. The nice is currently $27.12. I haven't seen them at full listed price. Looks like full listed price is $57. I believe when they sent them out it was like $26. And then the ND DD3 is $18.55, and it says that the full list price is $41. Again, I've never seen them at the full list price. If they ever are at the full list price, I do not recommend you get these. I recommend you wait for them to drop down to their usual sale prices. So let's go ahead and get into these two IMs. They're very similar. They're actually very similar, except that the nice has a little bit more treble extension, and that's probably because of the extra driver with the balanced armature doing some extra work, while the DD3 comes out as overall darker. All right, so let's go over what you actually get in the box. For each one, it's basically the same. They both came with a mic on the cable, which is cool. Again, a lot of people look for microphone options, and a lot of these budget sets don't have that option. ND also sent out this cable along with this package. This is a lightning cable, so if you need a lightning connector, they have it, and it also has a microphone. So if you happen to have an iPhone, not the newest one that went to USB-C, so if you happen to have any other iPhone that you need a lightning connector for, they also have a cable option for that. So in the box, you get the same accessories for both. You get two sets of ear tips, which are okay, what's expected at this price point. You get the cable, which is very similar to KZ cables that I have in a box somewhere that we'll probably never review. Or maybe we should. Let me know in the comments. I have like 15 unopened boxes of KZIMs and CCIMs sitting somewhere. So again, getting back to the ND accessories, you also get a little carrying pouch for each one, and I really like them. They're small, nice, a little rough, a little stiff, but you know, again, expected at the price point. Not everything to be as luxurious as other sets, but it does the job. I do like the color of the pouches. It's a nice, you know, like sea green, not just the boring neutral colors. But overall, the packaging feels complete. I like that ND went ahead and provided all these things that anybody needs. So these are pretty much entirely complete. The only thing that I could see somebody maybe investing into after getting these, if they decide to stick with them, is replacing the cable. If you like the stock ear tips, I personally didn't mind the ear tips. Cable itself, didn't mind it either. Sunny, I'm trying to work here. So overall build on these, they're again very similar. It looks like a plastic or resin shell with a metal faceplate. They're both built very well. They seem solid, seem like a quality build. They don't feel actually cheap at all. They feel like a decent, good, solid mid-range IM. For me, mid-range is anything between like $50 and like $150. Like the DD3 does come with tuning switches, which I'll get into that later. I found one configuration that I enjoyed. Seems like it just boosts the DD response by changing the impedance. So kind of like an impedance adapter, and then it raises the bass, which I didn't like too much of it. I don't like when the impedance adapters feel like they force the bass in there and the driver's not tuned to put out that sort of frequency response. So it makes the bass sound less quality, more distorted, in my opinion. But overall, I would consider both of these pretty much a V shape. There is a good amount of sub bass. They extend well. Nice emphasis on the mid bass, but focus more on the sub bass, which I like. The bass on both of these feels very satisfying. It's not amazing quality, again, both of them being a budget set, but it is very satisfying. There's a good solid impact. It's very, visceral. You feel it, and it's really nice. I actually prefer the bass on these over the bass on some of the other budget options, especially something like the DD3 I would take over the truthier Hola, for example, which I actually didn't really like the Hola, but it was a decent option at the price point. And then you have a rise in the upper mids after pretty linear mids. There's not too much of a dip there, which I appreciate. Upper mids, they kind of get cut off. This is where my issue with both of these sets was mostly. There's a rise in the upper mids and then it just kind of zigzags. It feels like it's not even past that point. So mid treble kind of dips a little bit and then goes back up. And then as your treble, well, on the DD3, the treble doesn't extend very far. It starts dropping, but unevenly. While the nice extends a little bit better, doesn't drop off as much, but still remains uneven. So there's higher clarity and detail on the nice, and then there is on the DD3, but treble is still uneven. Both of these did very well with, kind of party music or pop or just, club stuff that had more emphasis on the bass. Because again, I really do like the bass on both of these just because it's fun, not necessarily high quality. It is very satisfying though. Timbre on them both is a little off, a little bit better on the nice compared to the DD3. It's just, again, how uneven the treble is and the way it just kind of peaks throughout. Some stuff just comes across very unnatural. But again, the nice is a lot better than the DD3 if that's something that you're going to be focusing on. As far as gaming performance goes, they're both okay. They're average. They did just fine in both immersive media, so movies, TV shows, and immersive gaming, and in competitive gaming, so like PvP, shooters, that sort of thing. They were average, probably, again, better than any of your usual gaming marketed sets, like your gaming brands, like the big popular ones, since those are usually pretty bloated and muffled and not as pinpoint. So these are going to be, a straight upgrade from any of those kind of things. But I wouldn't get them specifically for gaming, just to know that if you end up picking up one of these sets because it's something that interests you and it's something that you want to try, it will do gaming just fine. So that's it. ND. Nice. DD3. Decent sets. Unfortunately, they have a lot of competition in their price points. I wouldn't say that they're both completely unusable. I feel like the build quality is good. Overall packaging is good. It's a one and done type of deal, which I really appreciate when you don't have to go out and buy more. So it's like, oh, buy this set, but you have to buy more ear tips, or oh, buy this set, but you have to buy, a cable. It's like, no, I just want to buy a full product and be satisfied. These will do that. So the thing is though, with the tuning, I'm actually interested in seeing what ND has next in line, because they can even out that treble. They can pump out some really nice sets here. Again, I like everything else about these, just not 100% on the sound. So if you want to pick these up, I will have a link for them in the description box below. Something that you want to maybe try, something you want to tinker with. But anyways, that's it from me, guys. Thank you, Patrons, for keeping the channel running. Thank you guys for tuning in and your continued support. I love you guys. And until next time, you stay awesome, friends. Bye.
Ooh.